Welcome back, guys, to another video. Let's talk about charging Tesla and also what is going on with the future of the company, because there's some pretty big stuff coming up that I want to address. So the number one thing let's talk about will be the superchargers, and the second thing we'll be talking about is their battery storage disruption, because everyone is saying that Tesla is going up, but no one is really talking about their battery services for countries. It's actually really insane. So first things first is Tesla recently talked about how they got 20K superchargers and counting. It's actually a tweet they made, which was back in November 8th, 2020. You can clearly see there's 4 pictures of the charging stations. They're super proud about this because right now having more than 20,000 superchargers, it makes them a major powerhouse. At this current moment, a lot of people would not pull the trigger on electric vehicles because the main question is, where can I charge this when I go to a different city, when I have to go on insane long road trips? Where do I charge it? Tesla is addressing this charging anxiety issue by showing off their massive supercharger locations. Now, you could buy a Porsche Taycan, you could buy a Ford Mustang Mach-E, you could buy a Volkswagen electric vehicle at this current moment, but those guys do not have their own charging networks, and you cannot charge them at a Tesla supercharger. But the only way to charge those is at third-party companies like Charging Point and Blink Charging, which of course is a little iffy, and it doesn't sound as good as Tesla, where if you buy a Tesla vehicle, they will cater to you specifically, and you have access to one of the biggest networks of superchargers in the world. And this is only for you and your Tesla buddies out there. So yes, you got this nice exclusivity with it. And currently, Tesla just opened a supercharger station that is the largest supercharger station in the world. If you check out this tweet from Tesla Owners East Bay, they're showing off that there's 56 V3 superchargers. Absolutely amazing. And it's also pretty awesome because, you know, a lot of people are getting Teslas. This massive supercharger network will definitely get a lot of people on board. Just flexing and showing these images of these massive superchargers by Tesla just takes away the charging anxiety. In fact, I have charging anxiety as well, and this is why I sometimes do not opt in to buy other car manufacturer EVs. I kind of like Tesla because they got this really good service, really good charging station network compared to other companies out there who have to strictly rely on third-party companies, once again, like Blink Charging and Charging Point. There's nothing wrong with them. I just like to use like my own company's charging station networks, in my opinion. And so far, this is pretty insane. This is the biggest charging station at this current moment, 53 V3 superchargers. Wow, that just simply is awesome. Tesla Energy is setting its sights on another huge market, which is pretty much battery storage disruption. So I've said this multiple times, there's still a lot of Tesla bears out there saying that Tesla should not be worth a $400 billion company. They say that, hey, Tesla doesn't sell that many cars compared to Toyota, but their market cap is twice as big as Toyota. That is unjustified. But what they're not factoring in is their battery company, which is insanely big and a lot of potential. Now, if you strictly look at Tesla as a car manufacturer, they would not be worth more than $50 billion. The most at $70 billion. But because they have autopilot and they have this enormous battery factory going on, they're worth $400 billion easy. If you check out the stock price at this current moment, it's been hovering at $400 for several weeks now. That should tell you that the price has finally consolidated around that area. And currently, Tesla Energy is setting its sights on the next big market following the launch of its energy service in the United Kingdom and also massive battery storage projects in the United States and also other countries like Australia. This is pretty insane, and on current reports, Tesla Energy is now operating in Israel as well, and they're trying to bid on several strategic items and also buildings and also deals. Tesla is already in talks with private companies, and these are advanced talks. They're really late in the session, so a deal would definitely be in place very soon. They've been talking to a lot of these companies in the country to deploy its Megapack batteries as grid-scale energy devices. This is pretty insane, and these Megapack batteries can store up to 3 megawatt hours of energy. It's pretty insane, and so far Israel just kind of needs like a good battery section for their overall country. So guess what Tesla's doing? They will take this business and they're joining in, which pretty much makes Tesla a enormous battery company than anything else. So far, they're also operating in Southern Australia, and they seem to be reporting a lot of money saved, roughly $40 million saved. So as it turns out, for a lot of these countries, they're seeing Tesla as, hey, this is pretty insane. They're saving a lot of countries money. It's clean energy, it's renewable energy, it's electric. These batteries are very compact, they're safe, and they're just not even that intrusive to the surrounding farms, cities, and neighborhoods. So a lot of countries right now are opting in for Tesla. The United States is obviously on board. Australia is on board. The UK is on board, and now Israel may be on board as well. I'm guessing Tesla may actually be getting a lot of these different battery deals from different European countries and possibly Asia as well. Imagine them building these massive, battery factories in China, building these in South Korea, Japan, Germany, France. I mean, this is beneficial not only for Tesla since they're making that sweet, sweet dough, but Tesla is also helping other countries for this nice renewable energy source. It's actually a really, really smart, big brain deal. And last but not least, before we wrap up the video, is currently, if you guys want to update for the Gigafactory Texas, they're now hiring for engineers. I guess if you guys are an engineer, definitely sign up for the Gigafactory Texas if you want to apply. And Tesla is hiring a bunch of people for the Austin Gigafactory, which is main priority to crank out the Cyber trucks and also the Tesla Semi, which is super popular. And Tesla has also posted a couple new engineering jobs on its career page. And guess what? All of them are in Austin, Texas, because this Austin Gigafactory will be opened up very soon within the coming months, and they need to get as many talented people as possible. And so far, it just seems like people seem to be very interested, and they want to find really good engineers, and the overall environment, which Tesla says is high energy and chaotic, and you're gonna have to love Tesla. This is pretty awesome, and Tesla is projected to create roughly 15,000 jobs at Gigafactory Texas, and they're trying to scale up, and who knows, they might be hiring even more people. Currently, at this moment, people are honestly sleeping on Tesla stock. There just isn't really that much movement. It's really no longer that volatile anymore. It's been staying at $400 for a very long time. It's a blessing and a curse since I guess you could say that Tesla is now an actually worth $400 billion company. But the bad thing is it's honestly pretty hard to trade and it's pretty boring to play around with. But of course, with all these different catalysts coming up, 2021 will be a phenomenal year for Tesla. It's going to be way better than 2020, which in my opinion, Tesla saw the most improvements, and it's going to be way better than 2019 because 2021, you got all these different factories opening up in the world. You even have Tesla working with the Indonesian government to set up a factory to extract nickel and make more batteries. They're working with Panasonic for a new battery production line. It's going to be a really big year. 2021, we could be seeing the stock surge to massive levels, and who knows, the stock could be hitting $600, $700 in the coming few months. Thanks for watching, guys, and comment below.